Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to another LEGO Train Showcase video. This is for Sunset version 2.0. This looks so much better than the first version, and I have done my good friend Dr. Hyena some justice. So this train isn't exactly my idea. This was the idea of my good friend Dr. Hyena, and he said, I want to make a big train, this sort of design, but I want it to be a hexaplex. I technically think I can make it a hexaplex, but the only reason why it isn't, I am using the 3D printed drive wheels from Shapeways, and all the other wheels that I have left over are too loose and do not stay on the base. So I've had to swap them over, and this is the best I can do. This is actually very similar to the previous version because all the wheels are still there. It's 2 sets of 8 wheels, and that's all one base basically. There's no articulation or movement between the 2 wheels. So yeah, that has its own piston power now as well, which looks absolutely amazing. And I think, yeah, just revamping this train was a good idea. After all, I have rebuilt the Blue Guardian. I have built a big boy. So why not give this some love as well? This is Sunset version 2.0. Let's get into this. Back to the front. Right. One thing to point out, as always, which is getting more and more common, British weather is awful, lighting in this room is awful, so if there are things you cannot see, I do apologise. So we have a more streamlined front using some of these bigger orange bricks, which I think look very nice here. I previously had this, so it was, how did it go? It was red on a black base, I think. Then I can remember having that red stripe go across the side of the boiler, which is absolutely awful. But I think orange details were kind of minuscule. So yeah, there was that going. Oh yeah, I think it was orange on the base. Yeah, it was orange on the base, wasn't it? Oh, I don't know. I don't really care about the previous version because this one looks so much better. We also have the golden buffers here. There is not as much going on for this first wheel thing as there was for the previous version. These are more delicate, a bit more free moving, and that is good because it goes over points and rougher terrains like this carpet a lot easier. Keeping the flags, of course, because I love my flags. We got these details just for the sake of putting those on there. We have a big old light in front of the funnel because I had that piece. That is actually a lamp piece from the Metroliner set, that's it. So yeah, I've got a fair whack of these, but I have 1 or 2 of these left over, so I thought, yeah, let's use it, why not? There is the funnel as well. It's actually a bit taller than this, so hopefully if I can show without breaking. There we go. A little bit taller, looks quite nice. It's just, yeah, may as well keep it, as after all this was from the last version. That actually came from the Stevenson's Champion model. This is what, so Stevenson's Champion turned into Sunset basically. That is something I was happy with doing because I have Stevenson's Rocket, so the quadruplex version was okay with getting scraps basically. Going down the boiler, nice and clean. Got rid of that red stripe as I mentioned earlier. There is a much nicer look to this boiler too. Got all these 1x6 fencing details just for the sake of breaking up that bland yellow body. Yellow is a really difficult colour to build with, which is why you see me using orange and red as well. But yeah, it just puts these to good use. After all, I've got loads of those stocked to a side, so I thought, yeah, just chuck them on here. And using some more black details too helps just bring it out some more. I think it looks really nice. Going to the center detail here in the middle of the boiler, the dome area I suppose we can call this. 3 red dome pieces there, where those were previously just 2x2 orange tiles. Looks really nice. Yeah, just moving on now. The whistle, which was previously at the front, I've moved to the back because it just looks so much better here. I personally prefer having the whistles here at the back with the cab because that's something I am used to. Speaking of the cab, it is bigger, it is better, it has red bricks as well, and also some big red windows. We do have interior details. If I shuffle forward again, gotta be careful with this because this is not as sturdy as you think it is. Oh, look at that, that's pretty good. Here we are. So these are the 3 minifigures that were also in version 1.0, just in there discussing how the hell they're going to get this thing to work. And of course, no major interior details, it's just brick built, nothing special. But yeah, for what this is, I think it is absolutely amazing. I'm also using 2 1x6 orange tiles on each side of the cab, both above and underneath the windows. Just again, I had some special bricks left over. If I actually take this one off, you can kind of see there. Here we are. Oh, that's good. So that is actually a 2x6 with another tile elevated with those 4 studs on the side. It is its own weird brick, but in terms of making this base for the roof, I thought, oh, I've got to use something. So I came across those and I thought, you know what, that looks good. How was this placed on that was like that? Oh no, hang on, it was all the way at the, there we go. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. I was originally going to keep the one underneath because I could put like a nameplate or a number plate on there or something. But I don't really want to write or draw on my bricks, and yeah, it's just nicer like that, I suppose. Now then, before we go to the tender, let's have a good look at these wheels. So these are the standard size wheels, but these are box puck design, 3D printed from Shapeways. These are old wheels, but they do their job. The previous model did not have all this extra cylinder details going on, but now if I were to move it like this, oh, it looks so good. Absolutely love it. Now the sun is coming out, I do apologise because now lighting is getting even more awkward. But this was pretty much perfect actually. I was able to find all the bits in a few spare boxes, and I had to nick, how many did I nick? I think I had to nick 4 of these 1x5 Technic bricks. So I've taken 2 from Emerald Champion from that centre wheel unit, which is between both of the cabs. I've taken 1 off of Big Boy, which connects like this one here for the Big Boy basically. And I took 1 off something else. Oh yeah, I took 1 off Big Red. So the connection piece that connects the... So if I move all the way back here, so say this was the end of the second tender, and this is, or the end of the first time, that's the second tender. It's that point there, basically. Yeah, it's nothing major, nothing to worry about, that's all fine. I'm okay with the big red one in particular, because the black piece was replaced with a red piece, so it is very fitting. But all in all, that is the boiler for sunset. The sun is coming out and it's starting to piss me off, because I've already started the video in a certain lighting. Now let's just keep going. So this is the tender. This also looks so much better as well. We've got some more of those 1x6 fence pieces there. Oh, the sun's coming out, hang on. There we go. So I've moved myself to the other side of the room. The big patch of sunlight is now behind me, burning my back. But I'm going to keep on going like this because I have already, you know, started the video. I don't really want to re-record this. So where were we? Ah yes, the tender. So yeah, this looks so much better. I can remember when I had that ugly red stripe going across this tender as well. Just having it as this yellow box does look so much nicer. It's nice and smooth. The colours look good together. We've got red on the wheelbases there going into orange and then into the yellow, which I think looks really good. As mentioned just a few moments ago, these 1x6 fence pieces again are back. I had loads of these left over, so I thought I may as well add them. Breaks up the blandness of the yellow as well, and just adds some more detail to the tender, which I think looks really good. It is much taller as well, because it needs to be able to match the height of the cab, which has been pushed up due to the wheels. Looking inside, we have loads of these 1x1 circular tile pieces to act as coal. I can't really get away with just using the yellow pieces because coal isn't yellow. And what I mean by that is you can see with the stud sticking out here with other models, well, I say other models, but only a few of them. I've used the stud pieces as the coal pieces, just because obviously I have to fork out so many of these from the boxes and I don't really want to spend an hour or two just trying to find them. So yeah, that's that. Moving across, we have a better looking rear detail to the tender as well. Just some details, yeah, just relating to the water, I suppose. All in all, this looks really nice. It is more of a yellow box on wheels, but it's definitely better than the previous version. So now we get to see all those wheels move. You may have noticed a few times in the video, this wheel unit doesn't really get enough friction for it to turn properly, which is a bit of a shame because the only way I can really get them to move all together at once is to have one hand pressing down on the back and my other hand pressing down on the front. I can't do that in the video because I have one hand on the camera. Nonetheless, that is Sunset version 2.0. Oh, I'm just so happy with this. It looks so different. It is just one of the best looking trains I've made. It's so unique as well, given all that piston detail underneath one boiler. The only other time I've ever done something like that was with the earlier versions of Emerald Champion, where it had 3 driving units underneath the same boiler, which did look good, but it didn't have its piston details again, or the cylinder details I should say, that's more accurate. But yeah, there it is. Dr. Hyena, do remember this is your train on my railway. That was also why it doesn't say TLR, it's basically his. Well, technically this is mine, but the idea is his, that's what I'm trying to say. But yes, Sunset version 2.0, done and done. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all ever so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next episode. Bye.